Hyperactive anime brawler on steroids. That's how I always describe KRITIKA Reboot to anyone who asks about it. Saying that these dungeons deliver on quick gameplay sessions is understating the whole thing. This game moves at breakneck speed, and everything is so flashy and responsive that it feels fun, and quite frankly, underrated. Oh hey guys, how have you been? We were invited to take a sponsored look at KRITIKA Reboot, and it looks like 2 new classes, Brawler and Lina, were added since our previous video. Get to playing KRITIKA Reboot in just a few minutes by downloading the game via the link in the video description. It's free to play and unabashed fun. By the way, we have a KRITIKA Reboot coupon code to offer you guys. It's worth $20 and gives you 10 combat power support boxes. Check the video description for instructions on how to redeem the code. In less than 6 months, KRITIKA Reboot players were treated to 2 new classes. The Brawler class is a strong warrior girl wielding a huge sword with dexterity and poise. At level 15, she evolves into the Blade Dancer class, improving her abilities. Lina is the other new class, and she brings a sort of Harley Quinn-like rebel attitude and looks, at least until she starts waving her flaming spear around. Apparently she's an idol, so every time that you take a break from fighting, you may see her grabbing a mic and starting to do some singing gestures. It's all about that style, you know. I recently noticed that the KRITIKA devs are working on another brand new class. There's no time frame for the release yet since it was just announced for the Korean version, but we already have a name and a look. The class is called Flame Striker, and as if the big metallic gauntlet wasn't enough, she also brings a huge sword into the battlefield. Round it up nicely with a blazing inferno, and you are good to go. She's fiery, I can give her that. KRITIKA Reboot currently offers 9 main classes with 17 subclasses. When you reach a few predetermined levels, you're tasked with choosing your evolution class, getting a cool new look, and an evolved set of abilities in the process. Most classes really have a different feel to them, with agility, control, and combos considerably varying according to each one's strengths. I usually like to take my time with character creation, but in the case of KRITIKA Reboot, I preferred to leave the hard work to the randomize button. There's one obvious reason for that. The characters are so colorful and bright with combinations that are never horrifying or heart attack inducing, and so I'm fine with rolling a few builds until I spot one that I like the most. Give it a shot and you're bound to find a combination that you enjoy as well, but you can always manually fine-tune the details if you so wish. For now, HongRyoung remains as my favorite class of the bunch, an archer with a battle-ready falcon. Her combos brilliantly chain, and it's incredibly easy to come up with strategies to wipe out dozens of enemies in a couple of seconds. Summoning a tornado to suck all the enemies in the vicinity, and then unleashing a barrage of arrows on the poor helpless beast is a sight to behold, and one of my favorite attack plans. Many skills are based on attacks from your falcon, a devastating pet that has a knack for bling, as the dungeon ending animation shows. The world is divided into several hubs of small size, allowing you to take on instanced dungeons without the hassle of drawn-out world travel. Sure, it can be fun exploring huge worlds ripe with possibilities, but sometimes you just want to jump straight into the action, and KRITIKA Reboot is the game for that. Skilled players will get to know the dungeons like the back of their hands in a few minutes, clearing the path without blinking or breaking a sweat, chaining combos, and completing missions until you reach the end boss. There's an undeniable feel-good factor emanating from the relentless hunting, which will in turn allow you to unlock and evolve new abilities for your character. KRITIKA Reboot can be played solo or in cooperative play with a few friends. There's no barrier to whatever your choice is, although drops may be more valuable whenever you're in a party, so team up with other players to increase the fun and the loot. PvP is also part of the game if you'd like to test your skills against others. Quite a few years after its original release, this re-release by the original developer gave the game a new life and is widely approved, as the Steam reviews established. The anime graphics are so stylized and colorful that they're able to stand the test of time, with this flashy anime quality that doesn't go out of style. Speaking of style, combat sure is visually dazzling and impressive, especially when you and your teammates fully understand how to chain combos and explore the weaknesses of a massive boss. KRITIKA Reboot is a badass, relentless anime fury outburst. It's the kind of game that you boost up for some quick dungeons and hope that a bigger sequel is secretly in the making. That may be wishful thinking, so until something like that happens, give this game a go. You won't regret it. See you guys next time.